This man is an expert with nunchucks. He spent years perfecting his act, pushing it to the limits with every turn.
I started the martial arts when about 1973 when I saw Bruce Lee up on the big silver screen. It just impressed me so much. I just wanted to be the best there was.
Lee Barden did become the best and earned a reputation as a colorful performer. But he wanted more.
I started using fire in my martial art act about 4 or 5 years ago.
But fire is a risky and unpredictable element.
The problem with fire on nunchucks is once you get rolling, you can't stop.
Lee used the flaming nunchuck so often, he got careless, and one performance still haunts him.
That night, we were trying something different. We were going with a theme. So we decided the devil went down to Georgia. I thought, what a great idea to put my fire chucks in a pan. My assistant was going to light the chucks, and I was going to pull them out and start the routine.
But everything that could go wrong, does. Watch closely as the fire spills on the stage. The assistant tries to stomp it out, but instead covers Lee with liquid hell.
I knew something was wrong at that point. This is going to be tough to contain. But I was thinking, am I on fire? Oh my God, I'm on fire. And there was so much fire in my face I couldn't see.
I had turned around to talk to a friend of mine and heard everybody screaming. There was a lot of fire in the ring. And at first I thought, well, could this be part of the show? Because Lee had told me earlier in the night that they were going to have a different fire show. And I saw someone in the fire. I realized it wasn't part of the show.
His first instinct? Douse the flames. But where?
I saw him turn around trying to find a way out, and I kept yelling, drop and roll, drop and roll. But then I realized there was no place to drop and roll because the whole ring was on fire.
Within seconds, Lee's staff and several bystanders jumped to his aid.
Once he jumped over the ropes and hit the table and hit the ground, I was over there with the t-shirts trying to get the fire off him.
He drops, he starts spinning and rolling on the ground, his leg won't go out. Somebody comes down with some bottled water. I grabbed the bottled water and squirt the bottled water on his leg. Well, when I did that, it was like a light bulb going off to everybody else, and water started coming from everywhere.
The harm, however, was already done.
30 to 40% of my body had second and third degree burns. A lot of the skin on my ears had burned off and left exposed cartilage.
Most of the skin on his face was gone. His hands, they were really bad. One of my first thoughts was that he would never use his hands again.
My left leg was probably the worst of it all. The whole thigh, the calf, around my knee, on the front part of my thigh, a lot of scarring there. I'm just thankful that my face didn't look like my leg.
A painful lesson that Lee Barden will not soon forget.
Don't take fire for granted. We started treating it like a toy. But if you play with fire, you're going to get burned.
Still, with all the risks, Lee is a showman at heart and considering the unthinkable.
I would do fire in a second. I mean, if my wife would let me now, I would.
But he has more on his mind than just the need to electrify a crowd.
What frightened me the most was leaving a 6-month-old baby and my 5-year-old daughter and my wife.
For now, fire can wait as Lee counts his blessings to even be alive.
I'm probably one of the luckiest people in the world.